somebody. Alright boys, we are back at MB Offroad because I obviously just like giving my friend more nice. Nah, I'm just kidding. My shit's broken again. The Razor 1000 that's inside of the box blew a diff. It didn't blow a tranny, it blew a diff. The Pro R is good, I fixed it. My own little hands. Did an axle on that. We broke an axle on the last ride, fixed it. It did great this weekend because all we did was main trail. And then I got really stuck.
You gotta tell them what you did this weekend because they don't know.
Oh yeah, well this weekend we went over to, I thought it was Louisiana, but I think it's still Texas. I don't know. It
was like right on the border, yeah.
Yeah, Sabine Off-Road Park. We went to Mud Gnats. Sucked for us because we got there late Friday and we rode from like 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. and then we slept until like 1 a.m. or 1 p.m. the next day. So we didn't really get to ride a lot. And then we got stuck for like 2 hours, broke the diff. And then we just we did another night ride on Saturday. So we didn't really get to enjoy it. And we drove freaking 4 hours over there. But we're here back at Aussie's. We're gonna try to get the machines washed up, truck washed up. Look at that, that's what I was telling people. It wasn't that dirty when I left the house. And you see all that water?
It was when we passed that construction.
Yeah,
they had a bunch of dirt
I saw
water.
it and I was like, God dang it. And that's why I kind of don't want to wash it. That's why I don't often wash it, because those big wide wheels, they just splash anything. It could be the tiniest puddle. Done. So we're gonna pull this off. Omar is gonna swap out the wheels. We're gonna put the 35 all-terrains on to take out the bougies. And then we're gonna put the all-terrains on the 1000 and do the front diff. So I'm gonna take it apart. The front diff is here and let's get it done. Come on.
Don't forget, guys, if you ever need some work, come to Aussie's at MB Offroad. He's got, man, he can do everything. He can even detail your whip. Nah, he's not gonna do that. But he does anything, type of installs, any type of installs that you need, Aussie's got you. So that's why we always come here. He has the best work in DFW. Probably in all Texas, you can't beat it low key, so. What'd you do, man?
Getting in trouble we here because we dirty.
Holy.
I'm gonna broom it, I'm telling you.
Ruined all his.
We just gotta get the red one off. That way I can broom after I get the red one off.
Yeah.
There we go.
Bike's been through hell. Last month, was it last month? Or 2 months ago, the engine blew. So we had to do an engine swap. Wheels, we did a trade on some wheels. Well, we sold some wheels, bought these. Sub blew, so we replaced the sub last week. Now the front diff, so should be a quick little install. I mean, we got to tear apart the front, which, you know, but it shouldn't be bad. And then we're gonna do a wheel swap as well, because over there it's gonna be more dirt trails. So we brought all the wheels to swap out. KMCs are for the black bike, black wheels are for the red bike. Black bike is wheels are swapped, they're torqued. As you can see, the suspension stays high when you jack it up. So we just gotta drive it around, it settles down. God damn, this thing has a lot of travel. So now, heading into the shop, Mike is doing that differential. I'm about to swap the rear wheels just to keep it going. How's it going over here?
Grinning. I see booby grinning.
How's it going?
Good. Took off that side. Obviously, I'm not as fast as these guys, but we moving. We zooming over here.
What do you got left?
Everything. I gotta take off this side and
Double jacking?
well, I was double jacking. I was doing it wrong. Maybe I don't have to jack twice this time. I'm learning over here.
All right, Mike. What happened, man? We took a long break, and the vibes are off.
Vibes are way off.
So you were almost ready to pull the diff out, right? The front diff.
Yeah, so I was trying to turn the diff so I could. There's a cotter pin in the diff where the drive shaft goes in. You take out that cotter pin. There's 4 bolts left. You take out the diff, swoosh, unplug it, drop in the new one. Boom, boom, boom. Problem was that the diff wasn't turning. And I'm like, well, it's broken, isn't it? Shouldn't be all loosey-goosey. So we lift up the back of the machine and we come to find out that the whole drive shaft doesn't turn, whether you have it in neutral, gear, or anything. So the transmission broke. And the drive shaft's been kind of broke, and I know the drive shaft's broke. So we have a broken transmission and a front diff. And I am tired. That's the 3rd transmission. 1.5 diff, so that's the 2nd diff, and then a 2nd engine. So I'm tired of putting money in this shit. So we might have to give this one a break. And from the mud. I have a good 3 weeks to think about
What do you want to do with it?
if I could do, obviously, another transmission, put in the diff, maybe portals, or fix the issues, diff.
Wait, why do you have a deadline?
Well, like this weekend we're not gonna take it. Next weekend we're probably not gonna ride, and the next weekend we're gonna go to
But you're not going to take it over there
dunes.
either.
We're not gonna. No, hell no, those
Yeah.
blow up in the dunes. So this is more of a trail and mud bike, but obviously it's not much of a mud bike because it already broke. So it's kind of just like a trail bike, kind of 30 miles an hour, not wide open, not fast. So I'm like, man, what do I do?
This is one of those bikes where you get with those groups where you ride for 5 and drink for 40.
Yeah, but I mean, it has forward control arms, a new steering rack that I broke over there at the park, upgraded tie rods. I did the bumper at the winch. I did the whole new cage, 2nd engine, 3rd transmission, going on a 4th transmission, beefy ass drive shaft, rear full suspension. It has a lot of money into it, and I'm just like, how much more money am I going to consecutively have to put into this thing? The Pro R, I've had it for a year.
Only
I've
one
broken
axle.
one axle. So that's telling me something, that these new machines are somewhat a little bit stronger, although they're kind of. That one was popping fuses. The front 4-wheel drive was popping a fuse, like, which is good.
Rather that than a whole
Instead
differential.
of something breaking, it pops a fuse. Okay, I can that. But man, like I can't put we do mud riding, we do trail riding in dunes, or I guess Kansas.
Yeah.
And this thing's only really good for, I guess, trail riding.
Yeah, just cash, some intricate
It
stuff,
does,
but
it
nothing
does good
fast.
in crossbar, I guess.
It did good in Crossbar, it did good in Mulberry, it did good in...
I think I'd want to low-key get rid of it and either find a cheap Turbo S or find like kind of like a two-door Can-Am on 4-inch portals and have that as a mud bike.
Mm-hmm.
But you can still go fast. I don't know. Ando huitao. So I'm like, the transmission again? I mean, the feria, it. You could always make up the money, but how much more times am I gonna have to be broken? That's the shit.
You need a high lifter, Mike.
So leaving you guys with that, we're gonna see.
Yeah, we're gonna end the
what
video
move-
here because we're sad.
I'm pissed off. I don't need it. I don't need 2 4-doors, but I've been having this one, and I was like, yeah, might as well use it, right?
Yeah.
And then we've had a lot of good rides Where I'd rather take this places where I wouldn't take that. But it's like I might as well have a machine that I could, you know. I don't know. We'll have to see. I gotta put it back together so it could at least roll.
Tell them bye then.
Bye. Then.